There is no other rooms, is there?
You can trust me.
Okay.
Doubt is the heart's greatest challenge.
Well,
A bright future awaits us.
Anything in our inventory? Da, da, da.
Always be ready for the
I hate the voice of the
I
spirit.
will help where I can.
not falter.
No reason to pause.
I'll watch your back.
Just does it mean whatever I do in trouble?
Together we stand.
Open your heart to me.
Rely on me.
All ears.
Hmm.
A bright future awaits
What's
us.
on your mind?
I will see this through.
Well,
Doubt is the heart's greatest challenge.
I hate these types of things. Tome of the Minotaur, Sermons from the Labyrinth. Almighty Lord, Almighty be our Lord, formidable and sublime. His body is a bastion of flesh, rising above all minotaurs. His head, with the vision of a goat, is crowned with the horns of flame. His shield and remnant are embraced with great runes, telling of his wisdom and might. In his hands he wields that weapon, Deathbringer Scarlet Glaive. Its dark blue cleaves and torments, its dark blade cleaves and torments those who cling to false virtues and grovel before the god. Hail Bahamut, hail Lord of Beasts and Galarian, Beast of Galarian and Lord of the Labyrinth. Hail the Scions of the Bahamut, the mighty host uncontrollable in number. I speak the truth.
I hate the voice of the spirits.
Always be ready
You
for
can
the worst.
trust me.
I will help where I can.
I learned something from this book. Did I? Flame. Red. I don't know what the fuck I learned.
We will win this war.
Together we stand.
Open your heart to me.
Oh, I hate these types of things. I'm so bad with stuff like this. So, red horns of flames, wisdom and might.
I'll watch your back.
Are we in
What's
trouble
on your
yet?
mind? I wonder.
All ears.
No reason to pause.
Stand ready.
Well,
Rely on me.
Doubt is
I
the
hate
heart's
the voice of the
greatest
spirits.
challenge.
I actually don't know what I'm doing. The only loot I've missed is there. I'm gonna go have Lan pick up this and see if I can figure out something, 'cause I'm actually confused right now. Well, that did not help.
I was never good at stealth, but I'll try.
Our path leads on.
Doesn't seem to be any clues here. I'd love to know what I learned from that book.
I will not falter.
That book, we learned something from that book, but I don't know what. So he's got a crown of flames. Sorry, horn flames. He's emblazoned with great runes telling of his wisdom as might. And his hand he wields the weapon that is a scarlet glaive.
Our time has come.
So that's got to be it, hasn't it?
Guide us.
Or is it? I don't actually have a fucking clue what I'm doing. Like, I actually don't know what to do. A little bit stumped.
Godspeed.
Yeah, I actually don't think we're going to be able to do this. I don't actually know. Yeah, we'll come back for that, if we can. You don't have to do everything on your first character, it's okay. I mean, unless you're going for a full 100% run, but we're not, because that has stumped me completely. Try green, blue, yellow, red. No, we can go back. It's fine. I haven't gone through to the next area, so I don't mind going back. To be honest, I'd rather figure it out. No. You like puzzles. So, like, the book that seems to have taught us something is this book. So, Almighty Lord be our Lord, formidable and sublime. His body is a bastion of flesh, rising up above all minotaurs. His head, with the visage of a goat, is crowned with the horns of flame. His shoulders and raiment are emblazoned, with great runes telling of his wisdom and might. In his hand he wields this weapon, his death-bringing scarlet glaive. Its dark blade cleaves and torments those who cling to false virtues and who grovel before the gods. Hail Bahamut, hail Lord of the Beast of Galarian and the Lord of the Labyrinth. Hail the scions of Baphomet, the mighty host, uncountable in number. I speak truth, bow low before your Lord and Master, and let his will lead you. Worship at his feet, and ye shall receive what ye deserve. So what do you think it is? Yellow, blue, red, green? Sorry, I fucked that up. Let me do that again. Yellow, blue, red, green. No. Nothing seems to have changed. Yellow for goat, blue for wisdom, red for scarlet, green for the last. No, doesn't work. Oh, wait, sorry. Yellow, blue, red, green. No. I'm also going to move the rest of our party members over just in case if something happens, it fucks us up. Try green, blue, red, yellow.
Together we
Green,
stand.
blue, red. No, doesn't seem to be that either.
We march ahead.
Two missing? What do you mean? R2 what missing? I don't know, that's what I'm saying. I don't know, Jamie. That's what I'm saying. This game's so new that I don't have a clue. It'll be these four. It's just we need to figure out. And I'm not good at puzzles. Like that's the one thing I'm bad at a lot of things, but this is one of the things I'm really bad at. Yes. Of course you can. Let's have a go. Would you like me to read it or just want to read it? Like, would you like me to say it aloud, I mean? Did you want me to read it, Jamie, or are you good? You read? Okay, let me know when you're ready. Yeah, nearly over encumbered. That's a problem. Red, blue, red, red. No? I don't get it. Oh well, let's get out of here. We can try again next character. Green, blue,
I will guide
for
us.
fuck's sake. Okay, let's do this again. Green, blue, red, red. It's not it. That's what I mean. This puzzle, like, I get what I understand what they're trying to do, but at the same time, I am so confused because I am thick as crap when it comes to puzzles. That's what I mean, Jamie. I've looted the everywhere. If there is something, it's in my inventory. That's what I'm saying. There ain't any more hints. But you know what? I'm gonna go through that door, and if we can come back, I'll come back.
Will not falter.
I was never good at stealth,
Do it.
but I'll try.
There are tough times about to come. Your heroes are tired and might run out of spells. That's telling us to camp. Okay. Okay, so got Night Watch. There we go. Wait. For fuck's sake. Wait, how do I... Is there a way of me doing this? There we go. So that's that. Camouflage. We don't need. It's fine.
You shamans are strange. It's like you wield magic like clerics, but with strange spirits instead of gods. It makes me uneasy.
What does it matter where the power comes from? What matters is it's on our side.
What do you mean? At the beginning of the dungeon, there were 4 paintings on the wall. I don't know whereabouts you mean. That's the problem. Like, what part of this dungeon? The last 2 are blue. Are you certain? Yellow, blue, red, yellow. Holy crap, Jamie, you absolute legend. Holy hell, I did not think about that. You misremembered, but you actually gave me, that's super smart. I didn't think of that. Holy hell, well done, Jamie. Well done. It had nothing to do with the book. I can't believe it had nothing to do with the book. Oh, game, you made me think the book had everything to do with it. You're so rude. So it's yellow, blue, green, yellow. No, the book probably... Oh yeah, we're stealthing that. It would explain why it would take so long. Where is it again? I want to refine it. So it's yellow, blue, red, yellow. Sorry. Yellow, blue, red, yellow, yellow, blue, red, yellow, yellow, blue, red, yellow. So yellow. Yep, the door between the middle. You were right. Thank you, Jamie. Thank you very much. Sela peers closer at the sword, which seems utterly unexceptional to you. Wait, this is... No, it can't be. Her eyes light up. I know that hilt. Radiance! The sword of the great Yaniel. That's what this is, but it's meant to be in the Tower of Esrod with all the other relics. That's what I heard, at least. Well, of course this rusted piece of metal must be the very same sword. Camellia rolls her eyes. I think you merely wish this was the illustrious sword of legend. You don't get it. I've seen the sword 100 times, in paintings in the hand of Yaniel's statue. I've even thought of going to Esrod Museum to see the real thing in person. How did it get here? what's so special about it? She frowns. Now, nothing, I guess, but this sword was legendary in its day. People say that when Yanael held it, the blade would glow, striking demons left and right. Soldiers would see radiance as light from after and take heart, rushing into fray and winning. But I don't know what's wrong with it now, or how to restore its power. All I can sense there, I've made a mockery of it. You're emphasizing with an object. Extraordinary! Are all paladins so tender-hearted and sensitive? Sensitive in a way, yes. We're highly attuned to evil and everything wrought by demons. Radiance was in evil's hands, and as a paladin, I can tell you they did nothing good to it. Who is Yanael? No, you've never heard of Yanael? She's famous all over Golarion. She was a great woman. She was born in Mendev, and when the crusade started, she couldn't just sit idly by. She dedicated her life to the crusade. People say she was audacious and spirited. She was always first into battle and never sacrificed other people's lives for tactical advantage. That's how she's been remembered, as an invincible warrior who seemed to blaze with righteous fury. In all the images of her, she was capable of driving all the demons back to the abyss single-handedly. But then something happened between her and her comrades. Maybe they envied her. Maybe there were more to it than that, I don't know. But anyway, she went to the Worldwound without her fellow soldiers, and she didn't just survive the mission. She even brought back the Crusaders she rescued in there. Can you imagine? She did as she lived with pride. She was one of the few people defending Dresden to the very end. That's where she perished. Silar frowns. Don't take this the wrong way, but I really hope that she died quickly, a hero's death, because if she didn't, that meant she was taken prisoner and had to do unspeakable horrors. I wouldn't wish that from anyone. You know a lot about Yanael. Are you a fan of hers or something? I suppose you could say that, she chuckles. I've always felt an affinity with Yanael. I know what it's like to not be what your commanders want you to be. Whenever I used to feel under pressure, I always thought of Yanael. Maybe some people didn't like how she was, but to the people she pulled out of the Worldwound, she was perfect. And to the people she saved on the battlefield, she was incredible. And to those who would keep her memory alive, she's a hero. That's what counts. How could a priceless relic end up down here? Yanael disappeared, but by some miraculous, Radiance was recovered from the battle. No one else has ever wielded it. It is Yanael's blade, and it always will be. That's why it was put in the Tower of Estrad with the other Crusade relics. But now it turns out somebody stole it. Silar laughs. I have this weird feeling like I'm rescuing a fellow warrior from a dungeon. We can't just abandon it, even if it's no use to us. It's no use to anyone down here, but if it could be repaired. Finding such a relic in the darkness, this is a good sign. Iomidi herself is helping us. I hope you're right, Inheritor in heaven. Can you hear us? We need your help more than ever. This sword belonged to a paladin. I knew for that from the moment I saw it. May we never forget the one whose hands once gripped this hilt. The sword responds either to your words or your touch. Streaks of gold light dance across the blade. Silar stares in amazement at you. Just look at that. The sword seemed to greet you. It sensed the hand of a paladin, and it seems relieved that we're freeing it from the demon's clutches. A good omen and a good find. Let's keep going. So can I wield that? Radiance. Would actually do more damage than my current weapon. And I get a fancy looking sword. Oh, damn yeah. I'm going to take that and be a badass. That was actually super worth that all that pain. Leaving here without that would have been horrid. Yeah, I know what I mean, yelling from just the other room. I completely agree with you. Well, it's time for us to go. Gotta get ourselves out of here.
Quiet steps, weapons ready. Escaping from sight.
Praise Iomide. Here you are, huddled together like a herd of animals, pitiful monsters, not human or demon, even tieflings are less destructive than you. Or defective, sorry, not destructive. But I, your master, Svamkenlef, can make you better, stronger. I can satisfy your hunger, starvelings of the dark. Submit to me. No, we are descendants of the Crusaders. Trusting a demon would be a betrayal of their memory. Hosilia. Well, who's the next descendant of Crusaders who values old legends more than their life? Beasts, monsters, and human guise, reveal your true nature. This is the sweet, wholesome flesh of a righteous Azamar. Eat, underground Crusaders. Eat the flesh of the Crusader from above. Find your true strength. Oh, damn. You rush at the demon, but the air seems to grow thicker with every step. You feel like you're watching from the underwater as you see the mongrel fall to their knees one after another and crawl to the Azmar's body. You hear their fangs tearing through the flesh. You hear the sloshing of blood. You hear the former mongrel snarl like animals, fighting over the most tender and juicy bits of meat. Your companions writhe in agony. One clutches at their head, another doubles over. You feel saliva pool in your mouth. A metallic tang awakens in hunger in you. The hunger turns to rage. The winged filth dares to try to bind you to its will. It dares to tempt you with the sweet scent of meat untainted by corruption. The wretch must die. Die! And still, the clarity remains with you. Somewhere deep down, beneath the veil of rage and anger, you sense your light trying to break through. Seize the light hidden within you. By sheer force of will, you master your rage, and almost in response, warmth suffuses you from within. Warmth and joy from a simple realization you can win. You can save these people. The power of heaven bolsters and guides you. Its light breaks free and, enveloping the mongrels, grants them the gift of blissful oblivion. Lowering your gaze, you see a scarlet stain on your chest. The wound has reopened, and instead of blood pouring forth, you see only radiant light. The demon convulses in pain when the light reaches him. What are you? Destroy this vermin! Arcilia pointed you. He's already wounded. Wendug, kill. Wendug suddenly emerged from the shadows. I'm no longer your slave, Arcilia, but I'll gladly kill anyone who pokes their nose where it doesn't belong. So, that's where Wendug went.
The spirits demand your blood.
Oh, you're still... Damn it. I could have actually made you fight if I'd have remembered. And there's Wendug dead. She died as she lived. Not doing much useful up for us, because we didn't have her in our pie for long enough.
You are today's sacrifice.
Yeah, at this point, Hosilia, you are dead. See? O mighty Svarmelketh, your faithful servant invokes you now. Demons, protect your mistress. Quasit. Interesting.
Go for their hearts.
That was close. You could have had that. Oh, they're both gonna say hello to Lan.
You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
That's right. Attack me. Hosilia is hostile. It's Hosilia, not Hostilia.
How could
I don't know why I keep saying Hostilia. It's Hostilia. Yeah, it's because they're demons. They get to attack twice.
The spirits demand your blood.
Yeah, missing isn't going to do us good, guys. You need to hit. Like that. See, perfect.
The inheritor, guide my blade.
Endure this.
Well, are you going to finish me off? It's not exactly unexpected.
The wounded Wendwag looks up at you.
What else are we supposed to do with you? You're not just a traitor. You're a monster. The young ones believed you, and you lured them to a demon and watched them eat human flesh.
Lan turns to her, his face twisted in fury. The lizard half is snarling, the eye narrowed.
I was trying to make them strong. What have you done for them? What were you doing while I was looking for ways to bring strength to our tribe? You're useless, Lan.
I led by example. I trained. I tried to become stronger so I could go to the surface and maybe do something worthwhile with my stupidly short life. And I will do it. I might be the one to bring our whole tribe to the surface. But you? Why would you want any power that turns you into a monster? These young guys and girls, they trusted you. And they were turned into mindless animals, ready to eat corpses at a demon's command.
I went through the same ritual as them, and I didn't become an animal. I conquered my anger. The anger that has been building and building in every one of us for decades. Unlike you, I have no intention of just lying down and politely accepting death. I will rise above all this, while you'll still be stuck with your pride, chewing on rats.
Let's inspect the wound on our chest. The bleeding, deep wound on your chest is gone, like it was never there in the first place. The skin is totally smooth and unmarred.
It's gone. It was just there, and now it's gone. It's gotta be some kind of demonic trickery. You need to have a cleric look at that.
If he had been marked by the Abyss, do you think some nobody priests will be able to help? No, the demons have branded this uplander. And judging by the smell of his blood pouring from his chest, the demons will be able to find him wherever he goes. And they'll find you too, Lan.
The huntress permits herself an indolent, gloating smile. Her sharp fangs glint menacingly in the gloom. So you've been serving him this entire time?
Better to serve a strong master than to eke out an existence in a dark hole with no hope. I am of the Neathers. Our lives are short, but we are hardier than humans. I realized a long time ago that I was capable of more than this life offered. And I follow whomever is the strongest.
I thought you were better than that. I thought you were proud of your heritage, but you're willing to crawl on your belly before anyone who's even a little bit stronger than you. You're not a mongrel. You're a cave slug. You have no understanding of the meaning of family or tribe.
Oh, so now you think you know everything about me. You're one of the best hunters in the tribe. It benefited me to ingratiate myself with you. So I acted in a way that pleased you.
Why didn't you try to stop us from going inside the maze? You knew we might uncover your secret.
Samael is always in need of new servants. You'd make as good a servant as anyone else, and then once you'd gone missing in the maze, not even the redoubtable Lan would have dared look for you.
But then why did you come with me to look for the sword?
So I could kill you quietly if you found it and stop you taking it to the village, you idiot. I would have told everyone that you got caught in a cave-in. But then the Uplanders showed up and I had to change my plans.
You said you went for the same ritual. Does that mean you ate human flesh too?
Yes. Hosilla found me in the caves. I was lost and hungry. And she offered me a choice. Die as a nobody, or live, and gain the power to change everything. Samael tore off a piece of an Azimar priestess's thigh. A big, juicy piece. More meat than I'd ever received in the tribe. That was the first time I knew what it was like to be happy. To have a full belly. I swore to myself that it would always be that way. Then the madness and rage took over. I came very close to turning into an animal, no better than the weaklings you saw in the maze. But I am strong. I mastered myself. I brought myself under control. I fell so that I could rise again.
You should have chosen death. Dying's better than living like that.
You're saying I should have died that day, Lan. But then who would have listened to your feeble jokes? Who would have showed you the best caves for hunting? Who would have made you a man?
A predatory gleam appears in Wendaug's eyes.
I would have been fine without all that. And without you. Your death will make the world a slightly better place, Worldwound.
What did your service to Hosilla entail?
It was simple. I lured those I deemed worthy into the maze. To the rest, I told stories of the horrors of the maze, making them stay away. It all hung in the balance when the cave walls shuttered, and many of the young ones decided that the time of their great exodus had come. I had no doubt that Hosilla would dispatch a dozen young Neaters easily. But what would become of the maze if all the tribes poured in? So when Lan ran off looking for the Angel's sword, I went after him. Not to help him, but to make sure that the sword never reached Neathom. It's a pity that you got involved and stopped me from killing him. But then again, the evening gong has not yet been struck.
You sicken me.
You won't betray anyone again.
You're all bark and no bite. Farewell, Uplander. Next time I won't spare you.
She leaps back with a surprising speed.
She's gone. But next time, she won't get away. Damn it, Wendu. Why'd you have to go and... Anyway, there's no point crying over spilt milk. Give me a couple of minutes. I'll bring the chief and the rest.